Hello everyone, welcome back to Chilvington Park on the railway. My name's Jack, and in this episode I'll be laying down cork, putting track on top and making start on the main progress on the board. Unfortunately, I haven't got enough supply to build the fiddle yard in this episode, so what I've done is I've ordered some timber off of Wicks to go and collect at some point over the next couple of days, and then I'll crack on with building the fiddle yard in the next couple of episodes. So, for now, let's get started on the main board and start laying down some track. As you can see here, before we get started in the video, I've been down to my local model shop in Eastbourne. Shout out to Simply Trains, run by Graham Morris and his lovely wife. I've picked up a few more supplies for the layout, these being a couple of Metcalfe pre-built buildings. Some of these have a little bit of damage, but they can just be touched up. These chimney pots are fairly easy to repair anyway, but for the main buildings themselves, they're perfect for the layout. And then I've also got a barn for the farm section, which will be over in the top corner of the layout. I've also got some track cutters, because mine unfortunately broke, and I'll be needing them for the flexitrack in this video, and also picked up a couple of cans of adhesive spray to spray down the cork and hold it in place. There's also a wide range of vehicles that I've managed to pick up, these being two trucks, 50s, 60s era, so they do fit in with the layout, and then a few Land Rovers, again for the farm scene, and also a British Railways Land Rover, as well as Royal Mail, and a couple of cars that will go in the station scene. For the track work, I'll be using a wide variety of different products. This being the Gauge Master 3 by 2 cork sheet, Code 100 peco flexitrack, a couple of peco set track and gauges to be able to help me get the curves and distance I want between the different tracks, a tape measure, trusty little hammer, rail cutters, adhesive spray, and also a 90-degree engineer's set square, and this will help me just to keep the track parallel at one end so I can go off of this. I've basically now laid down all the track. I didn't show the whole process because it got very boring and tedious after a while, but it took me about 5 or 6 hours to get all the track down as well as the cork underneath it. As you probably saw in the last bit, in this section here, basically what I've done is I've taken the sleepers that I cut off of the track, where the joiners are, cut them down to size so they're single sleepers, cut the chairs off and just slid them under the track. You would have seen me on the first one, this one here, having difficulty getting it slid under, and that's because I didn't cut the chairs off originally. And now playing around with it, cutting the chairs off actually helped me to slide them under even better and stopped me having to play around and squeeze it under. I use this adhesive spray that I use for the cork to spray the underneath of the sleeper, and because it's liquid based it takes about 2 or 3 minutes to dry, but it helps just to slide it under and then it can tack itself down. Having the pressure as well on top of the sleeper from where it's sitting on the track helps to keep it in place so any imperfections just get squished down underneath the sleeper. So that brings us to the end of episode 2 in the Chilvington Park Model Railway series. I hope you guys have found this rather informative. I've learnt some new tips along the way since this is the first time of me using flexitrack, and there's a few little tips as well that you would have picked up along this video, like leaving the gaps between the rails. They're just expansion joints. They're not supposed to be pushed up flush, as when the track expands you don't want it bubbling up and pushing against itself and creating a slight bend. The next episode will probably be building the fiddle yard. As you probably have noticed, I'm yet to build the fiddle yard. So next week's episode will be focusing on getting the timber from Wicks, as I said in the previous video, and building that and making sure the fiddle yard fits on the layout. You would have noticed as well in this episode that I haven't touched any of the wiring yet, and that's only because the control panel for the model railway will be situated on the fiddle yard itself, so I don't want to play around with any wiring and get it incorrect until the fiddle yard is fully lined up. Thank you guys for watching, please do subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.